Hello. Let us now study about the nerve supply of the scalp. Scalp is richly supplied with nerves. On each side it is supplied by 10 nerves, of which 2 are motor nerves supplying the muscles and the remaining 8 are sensory nerves. Of these 10 nerves on each side of the scalp, 5 lie in front of the auricle or in front of the ear and 5 lie behind the auricle. The nerves which lie in front of the auricle are 5 in number, 4 are sensory and 1 is motor. To start with, the first nerve is supratrochlear nerve. This nerve is supratrochlear nerve. A sensory nerve which is a branch of frontal nerve, which in turn is a branch of the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve. Trigeminal nerve is the 5th cranial nerve. Is it clear? So this is the first nerve. Second nerve is supraorbital nerve. Supraorbital nerve. Which also is a sensory nerve. It is the largest branch of the frontal nerve derived from the ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve. Just like supratrochlear, supraorbital also arises from the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve and both are sensory. Third one is zygomatico-temporal nerve. Zygomatico-temporal nerve, which also is sensory nerve, which is a branch of maxillary division of trigeminal nerve. So it is also a branch of the trigeminal nerve. Fourth nerve is motor nerve, which is temporal branch of facial nerve. Fourth nerve is motor nerve, which is temporal branch of facial nerve. Which is a facial nerve is the 7th cranial nerve. It is a motor nerve. On either sides it is present and it supplies the frontal belly of occipitofrontalis muscle. And this is the motor nerve. This is the only motor nerve present in front of the auricle. And fifth one is auriculotemporal nerve. This one is auriculotemporal nerve, which is a sensory nerve, which is a branch of mandibular division of trigeminal nerve. If you see in front of the auricle, the sensory nerves are coming from the trigeminal nerve, 2 are coming from the ophthalmic division. The zygomatico-temporal is coming from the maxillary division and the auriculotemporal nerve is coming from the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve. These 4 are sensory nerves coming from the 5th cranial nerve, and the only motor nerve is the temporal branch of the facial nerve, which supplies the frontal belly of occipitofrontalis. This is in front of the auricle. Now behind the auricle, again I am saying behind the auricle there are 5 nerves, 4 are sensory and 1 is motor. To start with, the first one, posterior branch of great auricular nerve. Posterior branch of great auricular nerve. which is a sensory nerve, which is derived from C2 and C3 of cervical plexus, which is derived from C2 and C3 of cervical plexus. Next we have the motor nerve, that is this is a motor nerve which is the posterior auricular branch of facial nerve, which is the posterior auricular branch of facial nerve, that is the seventh cranial nerve, and this one is the motor nerve which supplies the occipital belly of occipitofrontalis. That means it supplies the occipitalis muscle. Temporal branch of facial nerve supplies the frontalis muscle. This one supplies the occipitalis muscle. Next we have lesser occipital nerve. Lesser occipital nerve which is derived from C2 and it is also a sensory nerve, which is derived from C2, second cervical plexus, and it is a sensory nerve. Next one, greater occipital nerve. Greater occipital nerve, which is also sensory, which is derived from the dorsal rami of C2 of cervical plexus. And the last one is third occipital nerve. Third occipital nerve, a sensory nerve derived from C2 and C3 of cervical plexus. So overall this is a nerve supply of the scalp. 8 are sensory nerves, 2 are motor nerves. The 2 motor nerves, one in front and one behind the auricle, supplying the frontal belly and occipitalis belly respectively. And if you see carefully, the sensory nerves in front of the auricle are derived from the 5th cranial nerve, and the sensory nerves behind the auricle are derived from the cervical plexus. So coming to the applied anatomy of the nerve supply of the scalp, the anesthesia, the surgeries on the scalp are preferably done under general anesthesia, not under local anesthesia, because of overlapping of the dermatomes involving the trigeminal nerve and the cervical plexus, and also because of the dense fibrous tissue present in the second layer. It becomes difficult for the anesthetic fluid to infiltrate properly. Hence, the surgeries on the second layer of the scalp is preferably done under general anesthesia. So this is all about the nerve supply of the scalp. Now let us talk about the arterial supply of the scalp. So arterial supply of the scalp, that is on each side scalp is supplied by 5 arteries. On each side scalp is supplied by 5 arteries, 3 in front of the auricle and 2 behind the auricle, 3 in front of the auricle and 2 behind the auricle. And the arteries in front of the auricle are supratrochlear artery and supraorbital artery. These are the supratrochlear artery and supraorbital artery. Both are the branches of ophthalmic artery, which in turn is a branch of internal carotid artery. These two are the branches of ophthalmic artery, and that ophthalmic artery is a branch of internal carotid artery. And the third artery in front of the auricle is superficial temporal artery. This is superficial temporal artery, which is the terminal branch of external carotid artery. The external carotid artery finally divides into two terminal branches. One is maxillary artery and the second one is this one, which is the superficial temporal artery. So these two are the branches of internal carotid, whereas this one is a branch of external carotid. Now behind the auricle, the artery is posterior auricular artery, posterior auricular artery and occipital artery. Posterior auricular artery and occipital artery. The speciality of this artery, it may be tortuous. This artery, occipital artery, is tortuous at times, and both these are the branches of external carotid artery. So these three, the last three are the branches of external carotid artery. The first two are the branches of internal carotid artery. Of the three branches of the external carotid artery, this one, that is the superficial temporal artery, is the terminal branch. Scalp forms an important site of anastomosis between the branches of internal carotid and external carotid artery. So this is all about the arterial supply of the scalp. Coming to the venous drainage of the scalp, venous drainage of the scalp corresponds with the names of the arteries. Whatever the arteries which are supplying the scalp, the same named veins gives venous return. Is it clear? So it is supratrochlear vein, supraorbital vein, superficial temporal vein, posterior auricular vein and occipital vein. So the venous drainage corresponds with the names of the arteries. Okay. And the last part is the lymphatic drainage of the scalp. If you see, the lymphatic drainage of the scalp in front of the auricle, it is the lymphatic drainage is from parotid group of lymph nodes or preauricular group of lymph nodes. Parotid group of lymph nodes or preauricular, the scalp in front of the auricle drains into parotid or preauricular group of lymph nodes, except for a small triangular area in the forehead, which drains into submandibular lymph nodes. And behind the auricle, it drains into mastoid group of lymph nodes. And more posteriorly, the occipital nodes. The lymphatics drain into occipital nodes. So the lymphatic drainage, again I repeat, in front of the auricle, preauricular or parotid group of lymph nodes, except for a small triangular area in the front of the forehead like this region, which is supplied by the lymphatic drainage is from the submandibular nodes. Behind the auricle, by the mastoid group of lymph nodes, and more posteriorly through the occipital nodes. This is all about the nerve supply, blood supply, venous drainage and lymphatic drainage of the scalp. Thank you.